guys, welcome to your moon reading. As you guys know, well, I don't know when you're watching, but this is actually October 13th, 2021, and we are going to do a very, very quick channeled session for this beautiful first quarter moon. We're moving from the moon in Capricorn into the moon in Aquarius. It probably is already hit by now, but this beautiful moon will be around from October 13th to October 15th. So let's take a look at what's happening. You guys know we're heading straight towards the end of the month now, and we're going to be heading straight towards our full moon. So we should really start to think, what do we need to release, right? So let's see what energy Spirit has for us on around this moon in Aquarius. Ooh, very standoffish energy, whatever that is. It has nothing to do with the card that's at the bottom here, the message on the bottom here. This is another message, or they could be the same, who knows. But Spirit is saying there's some very standoffish energy. It feels a little bit cold and a little bit like back off me kind of energy. Now, on 1 minute and 11 seconds, sometimes Aquarius can be that way, the energy. Love you. But I'm getting that energy right now. Spirit is saying if you're dealing with someone who's got a little bit of a standoffish energy towards you and is kind of communicating to you to kind of like back off, there's a reason. And let me feel into that energy right now. I just heard I heard some words say, you're not grown enough to handle the truth. It's kind of this energy. It's like, you can't handle the truth. Remember? Anyway, it feels like that. I don't want to go so far as to say it feels like someone's father, because it doesn't necessarily need to, but that's kind of what it's coming through as. This patriarchal energy. But as I'm feeling into it, it doesn't even feel like whoever or whatever this is that's giving you that feeling, I don't want to say has an authority to say that, but it feels like it doesn't, just because it's like that's their opinion. Okay, so this could be actually speaking about you. Spirit is saying some of you are watching this and you may not know this, but you're carrying that energy. And for some of you, you're actually carrying that same energy from a father figure in your life. Could be a mother if she's vibing in her masculine, but whatever this is, they're saying some of you watching, that's your energy, and they're bringing this through to let you know that that's how you're coming across to other people. And for some of you, you may be dealing with someone like that, but I'm trying to feel like, is this like an emotional wounding that's coming up? What's driving it? Whatever it is, it feels like it is. There's a lot of secrecy around that. There's some secrecy around that, in the sense that they, or you, in the sense that, it's just a lack of sharing. Now, I'm a little guilty of this in a sense because I'm a private griever. I've always been that way. And one of my lessons is you have to be vulnerable and share yourself, you know. But for me, I just want it done. I just want the bad feelings to go away. And sometimes talking about it just makes it worse. So that I feel like that could be something related to me. 3 minutes, 27 seconds. That's my birthday. March 27th. Dragged. But listen. For the rest of you, take a look at yourself. That's a quick example of how that energy could manifest, but it could also, again, manifest in other ways for you or towards you. So in that case, you're going to have to kind of do a little searching. And again, it feels like it stops right there. It doesn't feel like it goes on, whoopsies, backward. Like, sorry, this is energy talk. It doesn't feel like it extends. So I'm not feeling that this is coming from any place that is like, oh yeah, there's a reason, and you should back off. It's just within that person. I do feel that for some of you, this could be feeling like you're locked out of a religious institution. Interesting that would come up. Spirit is telling us to release some of the stuff that we can start releasing now. Is this belief in poverty consciousness, this belief in scarcity, meaning like, Five of Pentacles energy, like I'm not good enough, I'm never going to have enough, I'm not, low self-worth basically. But they're also saying to surrender to play. So a way to get out of that low self-worth energy is to move into doing fun things, watching some comedies, talking to friends that make you laugh. In fact, yeah, talking to friends that make you laugh. Just finding ways to to lift yourself and lift your energy and shift your energy. Look at this, love it. You're very close to achieving your goal. Now, it's interesting they said that, but my guides have been saying to me, as bad as things are seeming right now, they've been saying, you're doing really well, you're doing really well. It's supposed to be this way in a sense. And you know, they're like, it's good. I'm like, what? I'm like, no. They're like, yeah. So this is a message that is coming through for a lot of you as well. You're very close to achieving your goal. The problem here is your goal is not so easily recognizable sometimes, because it's not our goal at this level, it's the goal that we hold at a higher level. So if the higher level, for example, wants to experience stress so that they can test its strength, and it's doing well, the guides would be like, oh my God, you're doing well, you're reaching your goal. But down here, we're like, kill me now. So just so you know, just remember that sometimes we may not feel like we're getting what we want down here, or we may not feel good or comfortable, but please know that it is so. It's happening at a higher level, the real part of us, okay? Now, let's see what other energy Spirit has coming through. They're saying it's not going to be for a long time, which makes sense. We just saw this here. It's not going to be for a long time. Okay. Two cards that are coming up here that I just shuffled. It says, don't let your past hold you back. Be bold and make the first move. Now, it's very interesting because it feels like these two energies are vibing and very positive. I'm just getting the name Christopher, so that's for somebody. But it's vibing in very positive Aquarius energy, or vibing in very positive energy right here in the field. So why that makes sense, and why to me, because sorry, that makes no sense to some of you, I get it, but I'm feeling the energies. It makes sense because it's almost like down here feels like so much is going on that is so stressful. A lot of changes are happening, but yet here we've got this little bubble that feels good. So imagine this, Spirit is saying whatever is going on in your life, don't let it hold you back from trying new things, from stepping out. So what this means is, in this energy, if this message is for you, you might find yourself kind of, I want to say the words battling and then juggling. Battling in the sense between two things. You might find yourself battling between low feelings, sad feelings, stressed feelings, you know, other negative emotions, but yet at the same time feeling this pull to change your ways, to try something new. So let me go ahead and pull some self-care cards, because and you know, they always say when there are two dragons, it's the one that you feed that lives, right? So basically, if you think about it this way, if you're having these feelings that are so diametrically opposed, one minute you're feeling low, you're not hopeful, all sorts of stuff, and then at the next minute you're feeling a sense of passion, they're saying. So some of you may be actually experiencing some passion. They're also saying zip it up. That means two things. For some of you during these 3 days, this is about keeping your health safe. So some of you will need to wear proper clothing. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with proper temperatures, because where you are is cold. I'm just seeing some of you driving in the car with your window down, leaving, you know, yourself uncovered in the chest area, all of that. They're saying, so zip it up in that sense. That's for some of you. They're also saying zip it up because they're saying stop tooting the horn of your pain and your sadness. They're saying, yes, you did have some crosses to bear, but you know, you've borne them, and you don't need to keep talking about it, because when you keep talking about it, in a sense, and of course we always do need to witness our pain and whatnot, when you keep talking about it, you also have to be aware that you're keeping the wound open. So that ties back into this theme that I'm talking about, where you're going to have to choose the positive dragon, lest the negative one, these energies that are moving out, these energies that are clearing out. If it's clearing out already, you know, don't focus on it lest you get sucked in. Instead, start focusing yourself on the positive energies that are coming in for you. They're saying there's some delay tactics. They're saying also in these 3 days and any other time, if you're watching this at any other time, if you are experiencing any delays in anything, they're saying that those delays reflect the delays within you. So it's about needing to find out, what is it inside of me that is still not ready to embrace this new path, still not ready to move on. And interesting, look, take a closer look. From repeating mistakes to learning. So this is definitely still a learning period for a lot of us. Take time to relax and become the queen of your heart. From dominance to wise leading. Okay. So again, I do see a lot of you are still stuck in that victim consciousness, but in particular, they're saying for those of you who are feeling like a victim and you're taking it out on other people, they're saying, please watch that. So this is not about you needing to stop remembering that you were hurt or you're going through something or experiencing something, but this is about you cleaning up your attitude in the sense that you don't victimize other people or make them responsible for what you're going through. So that's a strong message coming through. Look, feel your innocence and pureness, super cute, from feeling guilty to positive self-value. Feel your innocence and pureness. I love it. And the last one says, follow your flow, from discouragement to trust. So in sum, guys, for this beautiful span of I almost said for 3 minutes, for this beautiful span of 3 days from October 13th, 13, 14, 15 to October 15th, in this moon of in Aquarius, you are going to be, I'm feeling a lot of you are still not going to be feeling so good, but you will also have positive energies related to having new beginnings coming in for you. So thrive upon that energy of pushing forward and focusing on what it is that you do want to have come to pass. And if you don't know what it is that you'd like, then it's time to really sit down, meditate, and go inward and try to connect with who you are at a deeper level. Remember that while it is good for you to acknowledge your pain and witness your story, and hopefully have someone else witness it, you don't want to get stuck in the path of repeating it and repeating it and repeating it, lest you fall into, or lest you be unable to get out of these low energies, especially since these energies, these painful energies, because of whatever lesson you're working on, even though it's moving out, right? So it's moving out anyway, so don't get stuck on that. Instead, focus here. I do want to be honest, for somebody here, I'm getting the name Mark, the name doesn't have to fit for you or whatever, but I was getting that for somebody, this is about a new romance. It feels almost like a friend of your brothers or a friend of a friend or something like this. So this is somebody that you will already know, but maybe you won't know them so well. You know them as, oh, so-and-so's friend or whatnot. I do feel that there's going to be some, I almost said rekindling, but no, rekindling. Yeah, I said it again. Okay, God, you want me to say rekindling? Yeah, some rekindling of energies there. But the message coming through for you is try not to block your blessings here, okay? If you're because your energy feels a little haughty, Haughty, feels a little haughty, so you want to take that down a notch so that you can, they're like, not scare the boys away. Yeah, not scare the boys away, but so that you can show this person who's very, 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 observant, by the way, and independent. You want to show them that you're emotionally responsible, emotionally independent, and that includes not making anyone else responsible for what it is that you're going through, okay? So that's a little special message for, there's a card that wants to come out. Okay, I was peeking. What is it? Oh, 2. Oh, okay, yeah, for somebody. Meditate and contemplate. I love this. Conclusions are within reach. We know that you're very close to achieving your goal, but also they're saying that through meditation something's being hidden from you. There's a perspective that hasn't quite crested your awareness, and that's because you're not going deep enough. So go ahead and go deep enough. For some of you, I'm just going to cut to the chase. What you're going to connect with is like, oh, I don't care as much as I thought I did. So, sometimes we're super attached to something and we don't realize that we actually don't care as much as we thought we did, right? So that's something. For some of you, that awareness is going to come with the message of like, oh, I see you backing up. Oh, okay, I don't want to touch this. This isn't for me. This isn't for me. So it's almost like Spirit is trying to show you, hey, do you see the mess you're trying to get into? And when you finally see it, you're like, oh my God, yeah, you're right. This person does have this going on in their life. That person, this job is about that, or this place is like that. And what am I doing going in here? Listen, let me dodge a bullet for myself. Let me put the gun down. This is what I'm getting. For some of you, you're just like, oh, okay, I see you. And the beautiful thing about it is that you need only leave the party, get in your car, and drive on, is what I'm seeing. So it's almost like, wow, I just showed up to this party thinking I was going to hang out, and then I realized, oh my God, what is going on here? People are wearing tails. People are, and I don't mean like uniform tails, I mean other tails. They got stuff going on in here that I'm just like, what? And I could see something going down here, and this is not for me, and I'm finally aware of it. Now that I think about it, the person who invited me is a little, sketch. But you know what? No harm, no foul. I can just make an excuse and go back home and do me. Watch Netflix and order some Indian food, right? So that's the whole point here. So some of you are gonna save yourself, they're saying, from some battles. And isn't that the best? Another message that's coming through this meditation is time to kill. Now, when I say that, I don't mean like time to kill. I mean like, or do I? Let me feel into what they mean. Oh, Spirit is saying there's time to kill. Oh, it's like, oh, I'm done. Okay, well, I had nothing planned, so I guess I've got all this time on my hands now. Well, what do I do with myself? And then I see fantasies. I see you daydreaming. I see you dreaming. All sorts of stuff. Let's pull a card for that, because is that healthy? Oh. Surrender your ego. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Beautiful. So the message that's coming through here is, you know what? Yeah, when you have time to kill, it's okay to do whatever it is that you feel that you need. Just keep a check on it, making sure that you are staying connected to reality in the way that you need to. You're not going off the deep end. Let me just pull a tarot card for that. From, I have like quite a few decks, but my favorite deck, 17 minutes, 17 seconds, is always going to be Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. If any of you guys know her deck, it's so lovely. I mean, it just keeps it real. It always keeps it real. Okay, wow. Thank you. Let's clarify that. Yeah, I'm seeing that you're going to have choices coming up after you can get at you. Okay, so whatever it is that you're going through, it has some conflict related. But after all is said and done, you're going to have some choices coming up. You're going to have options. Ooh, that card wanted to come out, but it looked like it was the wheel, but then it like pushed it back. This is saying that destiny hasn't, something hasn't settled yet. There's no destiny involved. Oh yeah, they had me reach for this. Yeah, don't let panic set in. Watch your attitude is what Spirit is saying. What's this? A personal issue reaches resolution. Yeah, so they're saying don't let panic set in yet. Things haven't been settled yet. They're still preliminary. No matter how something appears, it's not in its full stage. It's not quite there yet for you to really know how it's going to be. So if a decision is waiting to be made, see this page of wands, a decision isn't there yet, right? But it looks like it is with this cat looking you straight in the eye, right? So that's what they're saying. So they're saying just chill. So this time to kill actually feels a little bit like it could be an interim period. Okay, it's an interim period. So during that time, I do see a lot of confusion, a little bit of stress. So they're saying just relax, don't panic, don't just and makes sense because all these energies are going to be moving out. Follow your flow. All right. Wow, I didn't mean for this to go on for so long, but it is what it is. So Spirit, interesting. Didn't mean for this to go on so long. Now I got time to kill. What am I going to do? It is what it is. Accept it. And yes, it sucks. You may be a little confused, but Spirit is saying have a little joy in your life in some way. We have the Five of Swords here. The Five of Swords here doesn't even want to, like, it's almost like it made me look at it, and then I went to pick it up, and then I went to put it back down, and it's like there's no room for it here. And the words that I got from this card is sense of defeat. So I was just about to say, so some of you are feeling a sense of defeat, but they won't even let me put it down. They're like, where's the defeat? Where's the defeat is what they're saying. Here, yeah. It's like, and when I feel this energy, I put it here on you, your energy, but it's there, it's allowed to sit there because you're letting it sit there, but it doesn't feel like it belongs there. And they're saying, see how if you let it sit there, now this person is calling it in. So you, whatever the situation is, so you want to take it off the table, guys. They're saying, follow your flow. Think about being on this cute little leaf in the water and just letting stuff happen, daydreaming, whatever, but keeping grounded. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end this here. And if you'd like to have a personal reading or an energy healing session with me live via Zoom and a hot beverage, feel free to reach out. Also, if you'd like to find out more in-depth energy from an astrological standpoint, feel free to go ahead and check out Moon Mama Musings on YouTube and Instagram by the same name. And also check out the One Woman Show on Instagram, and her name on YouTube is M Intuition Tarot. They hook it up all the time. And until then, guys, I will see you guys later. Bye. Love you.